This is a session on reflective thought and practice relevant to undergraduate medical education. What is reflection? Reflection is the practice of contemplating or reminiscing about an incident or an event that has happened in the past. Why is it important? We are in a society, we are in a time where we are full of opportunities and challenges, and we do not have the time to contemplate or think about what has happened, to appreciate as well as to improve ourselves for the betterment in the future. So we run a rat race, we are logged on to our phones, our books, and we do not think about the rest of the world. Just as the song by Simon and Garfunkel goes, we talk without speaking, we hear without listening, and we write things where voices never ever sing. Contemplate upon this. Our university is based upon the motto of Vidya Upatam Setta, or which means as amongst all that rise, knowledge is the greatest. Yes, knowledge it is the greatest of them all. But we have to realize that our vision should be to prosper lives, our lives and others' lives through education. And just as we look forward to achieving that lighthouse which is far away, we need to approach that vision of prospering lives through education, and we need to be aware of making ourselves competent citizens wherever we are through education for a future that is sustainable, for the future that is successful, drawing inspirations from our own heritage and business. As the great scholar and our first Vice Chancellor said, a scholar is somebody who is going beyond books, going beyond accepting things word to word without appreciating or accepting criticism, and who behave like alien, like novel imported goods, like artificial puppets to our own decorum. But university students should enjoy life, they should have a critical thought and innovative mind. But above all, they should be open or candid, they should be just and truthful, wise, decent, civilized, polite, and most important, not eccentric or extremist. So think about a reflective moment. A simple moment such as this. Have you ever missed the village bus? The bus might be coming once an hour or once in the morning or something like that. It's a scarce service. And if you have missed the bus, have you ever wondered why it is so? Have you missed the bus because you have not kept the alarm, or the alarm went off at the wrong time, or you took granted, did not get prepared the day before, or is it because of some other external factor that made you not go to the bus halt on time? So as you ponder upon that incident, you would think, okay, what can I do to prevent it? So I'll leave home early the next day, I'll get myself ready early next day, I prepare my things the day before, etc. So that is reflective practice. So you experience something, you think about what has happened, you learn from that experience, but above all, the most important thing is that you need to change the behavior. So we reflect in order to learn something, or we learn as a reflect of reflecting. So reflection is being aware of oneself. Think about yourself, your experience, and about the view that you have about the world. Reflection is also about self improvement, where you learn from your mistakes, experiences, where you learn from your triumphs and victories, and you want to further improve some area of life which is lacking. Reflection is also empowerment. You need to be on the driver's seat, putting yourself in control of the gears and the pedals, making changes and behaving in a different way. Reflection is also a culmination of all these things, from self-awareness to self-improvement and to empower yourself. Kolb was a medical educator, and he described this cycle, which is called the experiential learning cycle. Very simple stuff, although it is in a lot of terminology. It's a cycle of concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. Concrete experience is what you feel, what you go through, or what you encounter as an experience. Concrete means it is tangible. You are able to touch, and you are able to feel, and you are able to live that moment. So you have an experience, just like the bus. You lose the bus because you haven't gone on time. That's a concrete experience of a loss. Thereafter, you reflectively observe, you review and reflect upon the experience. Oh, what has happened to me? Why did I lose that bus? What are the circumstances and what are the consequences of losing the bus? I'm unable to go on time for my lectures. I'm unable to catch a train or even a flight or whatever it may be. That is reflective observation. Thereafter, you conceptualize or think what you are going to do. Why did I lose the bus? Why was it? Because of my negligence, of not working on time, not the alarm was working? It may be anything. Thereafter, you experiment it actively by trying out certain things. You try to get ready on time. You try to get a new alarm. You try to keep your stuff ready the day before. So you see that this is similar to the scientific method that you would have learned in your secondary education. Although it is a very complicated process in words, it's a simple thing. Concrete experience or your experience makes you think about what has happened. Then thereafter you think how you are going to improve it. Then you are going to experiment it. And thereafter you try it out again and experience that. So that's the Kolb cycle. So one can reflect in action as well as reflect on action. Reflection in action is thinking about what happened at present, at that moment. If you have lost that bus, you think about it immediately. What can I do to rectify this? Okay, if I don't have the bus, can I hitch a ride from a friend? Can I get an alternative means of getting to the town? How are you reacting it now? With emotional quotient, is it? Are you having a good degree of resilience where you act upon it with a clear conscience? Is it enabling you to change your behavior of what you are doing? Acting it out as soon as possible without making further difficulties. That is called damage control. You need to be on time for the lectures, so you find an alternative means of getting to that place so that you do not lose your time, and you apply your past experience to the current existence. Reflection on action happens later on when you are in a pensive mood where you are not involved with any other work, where you think after the event or the activity ends in a retrospective way. How can things change in the future? What can I do to change in the future? And you take time. Engaging in reflection can be done as a self evaluation where you reflect upon yourself, you meditate, you write and keep a diary or a journal of what has happened. You can also do it in a peer discussion where you have a lively and productive discussion with your friends, may it be your only best friend or your group mate. And you can also certainly discuss this with your supervisor or a moral tutor. You need to keep a diary or a journal where you can jot down notes. If you can't or if you do not want to maintain a physical diary like this, that you can also use your electronic devices to pen down a few points. You can make a note of daily couple of points like 2 or 3 and record it. Thereafter recollect it. You look at it later. You use that and you apply that again or recruit it. Then your life will become more productive. This is the reflective practice. So, a man that looks on glass, on it may stay his eyes, and if it pleases, though it pass, and then the heaven espy. If you look upon yourself, on your face upon a mirror, and you see your hair disheveled, and you do not change your appearance, there is poor reflection in it. You have just looked at yourself and there is no change for betterment. So reflective practice is like looking at a glass and improving your appearance, your demeanor, and being something better, somebody special for the future. Thank you.